All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Trevor Johnson, Operations Section Chief, here with California Interagency Incident Management Team 4, here with your morning operational update for Sunday, August 2nd on both the Second Flat and Coleman Creek incidents. Really want to appreciate you guys tuning in. The point of these videos, what we want to get across is that you guys get the best information possible, real time, for what firefighters are doing out on the incidents. We'll go over here to the Second Flat Fire. Second Flat Fire is a little over 105,000 acres now, and we're up to 20% containment on the incident. Of note, I mentioned yesterday in our update that we had critical fire weather conditions and a cold front that passed over the incident. That was of major concern to us, but we've made it through that wind event. We still have potential for extreme fire behavior, but again, that gave us another day to wind test our lines and solidify what we got. We'll start over here on the north end of the fire. This is in the Sylvies Creek area. You can see we've added some black on the map, which means we're feeling good about containment in there. That continues to be patrolled and mopped up, but we're feeling good about that. As we come down to the southeast in the Thousand Springs area, Culprit Road, Sunflower Flat, this is just east of Lone Pine Road, a lot of area of unsecured fire line. Firefighters have walked all this, but we don't want to leave any stone unturned out here. So we're continuing to mop that up. We're going direct in here, meaning firefighters are cutting a fuel break right on the fire's edge between the black or the burned area and the green, which is the unburned. So we'll look to continue those efforts and add containment in there within the future shifts. We come out to the east here to Lone Pine Road proper. If everything holds true today, we'll look to add additional containment in here, but we're feeling very comfortable today with our lines here along Lone Pine Road. Of note today, we're working in coordination with our power company. There is a major power line system that runs to the east side here. We're going to look to re-energize that later today to hopefully support the infrastructure in the local communities. Down here into the Arrowhead Butte area, Foley Road, we're feeling really good about our efforts in there. Fire continues to punk around or just moderate and very minimal fire behavior, but we're instituting sprinkler kits, mopping up around structures and making sure we don't miss anything with that northwesterly wind component. That continues out to the west here along the southern edge of our fire. Our primary efforts are focused in Willow Flat and Skull Creek. There continues to be areas of concern, whether directly on the fire's edge or interior pockets, so areas that didn't burn during the main push of the fire, but they're interior and they continue to smoke and burn off. We're feeling good about our containment line, but we're super focused on this area due to its proximity and burns and its alignment with that northwesterly wind. We'll keep going to the west here and down to the southern edge of our fire. We're feeling really good about all this. These red bullseyes on the map highlight a specific heat signature. So our units out there today will go out and seek and destroy those areas of heat, and we'll look to add additional containment in here. Continuing along the Highway 20 corridor out to the west, visible from the Sage Hen Hill area or Okerman Butte, you can see we added these M's along the perimeter of the map. That means there's a mixed, varied line already secured in here, but we'll look to mop that up and add additional containment in the coming operational shifts. As we continue all the way out to the west side of the fire, things remain pretty static. We're continuing to patrol that area, but we'll look to add containment as everything's holding where we want it to. This continues up into Green Butte. This will be our primary area of concern or prioritization for today's shift. This is just in the Green Butte area. We have dozers out here that are going direct on fire's edge to secure and stop northern progression of the fire. They'll do that in coordination with aerial resources, additional ground resources to stop that. The line was almost complete, about a mile to tie in those lines yesterday, but fire does continue to progress to the north, so we're looking to tie that in today. It'll take us multiple days to mop that all up and make sure it's secure, or if anything different happens, we'll re-engage additional contingency plans, but that'll be our primary area of focus today on the Second Flat incident. That continues out to Hines Logging Road, this stuff here in what we call Division Charlie. This continues to clean up with that northwesterly wind. It's doing nothing but good for us, and we'll look to engage hand crews in here over the next couple shifts. Super inaccessible, rugged terrain in here that we're going to have to ground truth and verify with those firefighters on foot. That concludes my update for the Second Flat Fire. A lot of continued success. Thanks for all our partnerships out there. We put additional contingency lines in place yesterday, solidified some protection of a major comm tower here in the Burns Butte area. But again, a successful day. We'll look to take advantage of the work of our firefighters to add containment tomorrow. We'll now go over to the Coleman Creek incident. Coleman Creek incident is now around 250,000 acres, and we're still at 0% containment. We'll start here on the west end of the fire. Everything looks really good. That northwesterly wind really impacted the Coleman Creek incident yesterday, more so than the second flat. Our western lines are good. We'll be conducting a tactical patrol in there, meaning we're always going to have somebody out here keeping their eye on all of our lines out here that are secured so that we make sure nothing surprises us or comes out. That continues up to the northwest corner of the fire. There's a Cottonwood Creek in here just south of Drinkwater Pass and the Highway 20. We have hand crews in here today. A little heat showing its head on us yesterday. We did work some rotor wing in there yesterday to support ground resources, but we'll look to solidify those lines in here today and make sure we keep the fire south of Highway 20. Out to the east here to the community of Ventura, all of our lines remain favorable with fire on the south side of the Highway 20 only. That continues out all the way to where we get to our eastern containment lines, but everything's holding and secure along Highway 20. This comes out to Yapa Creek, where firefighters conducted a strategic firing operation a couple nights ago. All of that is remaining secured. Firefighters are in there making sure the fire stays on the right side of our line, though, while also identifying multiple contingency lines further to the east. Last night, our firefighters went out here to what we call Drop Point 35 area at the intersection of Cottonwood Creek, Crowley Road, and Yapa Creek. They conducted some strategic firing in there to further our corner or our anchor point out there, but we're feeling good about that. Down here further to the south, what we've done today is add additional operational overhead. Fire yesterday, due to its alignment and those critical conditions I mentioned earlier, ran hard, miles and miles out to the east. What we did in preparation for that is identify, highlighted in pink here on the map, additional contingency lines that we can use to corral the fire. We did place a load of smoke jumpers out in the Lake Oahe area to protect structures out there. We got word about that. We're working in coordination with the RFPAs, the local Vail District, and Malheur County Sheriff to make those proper notifications in there. We do have plans in place to secure those structures, and we're now identifying ways where we can corral the fire and stop eastern progression. I would expect with today's critical conditions as well as for the fire to continue to progress to the east, but we're well aware our operators are way out there planning to the east, so we're looking to secure that. That continues all the way along the south end of our fire. We're identifying the additional contingency lines, but our primary objective is to go as direct as possible. Super rugged terrain out here. This fuel type is mainly grass, sagebrush, and a lot of it is super advantageous for us to use bulldozers in here to secure the fire line. Out to the west of there, coming back to the community of Riverside, our fire lines are all looking good. We're using IR imagery to validate any hot spots out here, and we'll look to add additional containment in the coming days. Just want to really reinforce the goal here is that we want to maintain and provide great coordination with all the local cooperators. We have a fantastic operation going on out there with the RFPA, our law enforcement partners, other local units, and we just appreciate all that synergy to help us build the accurate operational plan to keep the fire as small as possible. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get back to you later with another update.